Hey, you must be Lucas. Come on in.
Which piano do I sit at?
You can sit at this one here on the right.
Okay.
Beautiful. Are you excited for your first piano lesson? Great. Well, let's start learning to read. Come and have a look at the book. We're going to start to learn G. So, Lucas, your first piano lesson. I reckon we should get started.
Oh, well, can I show you something?
Oh, yeah, okay.
My mom taught me this. Oh, no.
Oh, no, stop. I don't want to hear that at the moment. We've got to work on your technique first, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Lucas, what is that?
It's a song called Happy. Everyone loves right now.
Where did you learn it?
YouTube?
No, we don't learn things on YouTube. Back to the music.
Look at one game. Okay, this is boring. Hey, Tim, can I learn this?
Вы получили 26 миллионов. Stranger Things theme? Where'd you find this?
Online.
No. We don't have time to learn this kind of thing in this studio. Okay, so we've got a few things that we've got to work on. We don't have time to learn this kind of thing in this. Where'd you find this?
Online.
No. We don't have time to learn this kind of thing in this studio. Okay, so we've got a few things that we've got to work on. What happened to the pedal here? We need to remember pedaling on each one here. And we've got 3 flats in the key, so we've got to remember all these E's are flat. You keep missing out on them. It sounds terrible. I don't know why you can't actually just hear that that's wrong. And we talked about dynamics last week. Where's the dynamics changing here and these phrase marks? Of course, we've got to make sure that the ends of the phrase are balanced and phrased off. Well, I hope you enjoyed that satirical look at some of the things that teachers could easily fall into the trap of doing wrong in their piano lessons, particularly with new beginner students. Hi, I'm Tim Topham, and in today's video I want to actually recap each of those 5 scenes and unpack some other options, some other ways of thinking.
Hello everyone. So a lot of people have taken the grade 8 exam, whether it's in piano, and violin, or in voice. But after the grade 8 exam, a lot of people have this question: where do we go from here? Should I continue studying, learning? Is there any other exam that I should take? And what kind of exam should I take? So today I'm going to explain a little bit about what kind of diploma exams you can take after grade 8. Now, a lot of people will go for performance exams at the diploma level after the grade 8 exam. It's understandable because now a lot of people will go for performance exams at the diploma level after the grade 8 exam. It's understandable because what we do in graded exams is all about performance, technical skills, and oral ability, and reading ability. So it's all about playing, basically, whether you are in piano or violin or voice. But after grade 8, at the diploma level, actually there are more than one option. But after grade 8, at the performance, technical skills, and oral ability, and reading ability. So it's all about playing, basically, whether you are in piano or violin or voice. But after grade 8, at the diploma level, actually there are more than one option, and a lot of people didn't know that. So let's talk about the performance diplomas first. So after grade 8, a lot of people would opt for Trinity College of Music exam. Instead, a lot of people would opt for Trinity College of Music exam instead of Trinity College of Music exam instead of ABRSM exam. And let me tell you why. Because for example, the first level diploma by the Trinity, it's called ATCL. ADCL or the next two, LTCL and FTCL, they're all about performance. Of course, actually, there's two kinds of performance diploma. Also, a lot of people didn't know. But let's focus on the recital diplomas, which most people will opt for the Trinity diploma exam. So let's say ATCL, first level diploma. So you have to prepare 3 to 4 songs, pieces for like 33 to 38 minutes. And then you have to write the program notes for the songs, the pieces. And that's it. So it's pretty simple in some way, because you just have to like prepare the songs and then write, like 1,000, a little bit over 1,000, words for the program notes. And dress nice for 1,000 in some way, because you just have to like prepare the songs and then write, like 1,000, a little bit over 1,000, words for the program notes. And dress nice for the exam, because there's a presentation skill that people ignore, and they actually care about what you dress. Just dress nicely for like a nice evening out, or for like concert purpose. We talk about that in like other videos, and actually I've talked about proper attire and how to prepare for the exam day, etc. So it's more straightforward, and a lot of people think it's easier to pass for ACL. It's also in some way it's easier, and also it's like you spend less time to prepare, because what you need to do is really just to play the pieces. But for the ABRSM diplomas, let's talk about the first level of the ABRSM. It's much more complicated, and a lot of people, even if they like the ABRSM system, because they have been taking it, the whole life. They have been in the system, from grade 1 to grade 8. So some people would opt for that. They feel like it's a better exam. It's harder, because let me tell you about the content of this deep air exam, for example. So there are 2 big parts, 2 big sections in this exam. The first section is, of course, the recital. So you have to prepare 3 to 4 pieces, around 35 minutes, plus or minus 10% of the time. And then the second section, 2 parts. The first part is a quick study. It's kind of like a sight reading. So the level is equivalent to like grade 6. And you have 5 minutes to prepare and 5 minutes to play back to the examiner. And then the second part of the second section is the Viva Voce. You have to answer some questions related to your repertoire, your recital program. It can be anything from the structure, the background of the pieces, to the composers and performance practice, etc., etc. So a lot of people really worry about the Viva Voce. And also there's the program notes that goes with the Viva Voce. Basically, you have to write about the pieces, again, a bit more words than the ATCL requirement. And you have to hand it in, on the same day when on the exam day. The examiner, yes, they can be too, might ask you some questions about. In the Viva Voce, they may ask you something from the program note. So you better know what you write, because if you have somebody write for you, then you have to know what they wrote. Okay. I do not help people write, but I can help them build up the program note. Help them. I give them information, and they have to write it. I can edit it, and help them with the format of things, because it's very important to, when you take an exam, you know exactly what the requirements are, and then you adhere to that, So it's more complicated, you see, because there's more parts, and you have to do a quick study, and a lot of people are very scared of reading, something quick and unknown to them at first sight. So, and also for the Viva Voce, a lot of people are scared because they have to answer questions, and they don't actually know beforehand what exactly the question. There are some general questions that they must ask, and there are some questions more specific to your songs, and you can actually find the full information to revise. And I have made a chart, as you might see in the other video, one of the most popular ones, other than the grade 8 oral exam preparation. So you can actually revise with that chart, and of course you have to have the information beforehand. But like I always remind my students, you have the big, large pool of information about the pieces, about the composer, about the performance practice, about the behavior, about the instrument. You're good to go. You just have to, brainstorm and revise all this information and just choose here and there applicable to that question that they ask. So it's not that hard. A lot of students of mine have taken it, they have passed it. So it's all about preparation and know what you have to know before you go into the exam room. That's all. About the diploma exam. So other than the performance concentration, there are actually two more concentrations that a lot of people don't know. So one of them is music direction, so coaching and directing. I mean, as a conductor, but a lot of people don't have the experience after grade 8 unless they're at the college level or they have been conducting. They might consider doing that. And the other concentration is teaching, instrumental teaching. So you can be a voice teacher, piano teacher, violin teacher. You can take that exam. So the prerequisite for the teaching is to have the grade 8 performance exam, for the ABR exam or equivalent, and then it's also grade 6 theory exam. So you must have both of them before you can apply for the exam. So for the exam, there are two parts. The first part is the viva-voce, and the other is the quick study. So the viva-voce part is up to 40 minutes, and the quick study 10 minutes. So to prepare for the viva-voce, you actually have to write an essay about your teaching, the method, philosophy, and prepare the students, etc., etc. And also, you have to choose 3 pieces from the grade 6.
Abraham. Да наоборот, значит, так, да, не знаю.